clean out.
Really? I bet, man. Whole store.
It's been whew. Yeah. Dude, I was sore as can be, man. My legs are sore, my feet are sore, my shoulders are sore. Like,
feel you.
Crawling around, taking shelving apart, doing all that fun stuff.
I've been up until like 3 a.m. every night for like the past 2 weeks for like one reason or another, like between work and like childcare. So I've been super, super drained as far as like the sleep department goes. But,
yeah, for sure.
But like, you know what though? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's like 2021. Maybe like all the like political stuff. Hopefully it's just like chilled out, or at least to me it has. I've just been like on though. Maybe I'm just like riding on fumes and like I'm just like, you know, that sleep deprived drunk. But yeah, man, we've been like firing at all cylinders here. Maybe, you know, just taking some time away from YouTube kind of really helped a lot too, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm sure, man. I'm sure with that. Like if you you know, take that a bunch away.
Yeah. Happy New Year's, everybody. Just catching us. It's a pre-show rambling.
Yeah. Sir Nog, what's going down, bro?
Hope you guys managed to stay out of jail.
A lot of people recovering after some of the stuff I saw last night.
Yeah, y'all like partying.
I'm sure there's people in recovery today.
Yeah. Sir Nog, I feel you, dude. Today is like we've been organizing tax stuff.
This is what I did this afternoon.
Yep.
All behind me.
Boom. Looks good.
Yeah, you see what I put out of the closet there?
Oh, nice. Little Jordan.
Yeah, that was a magazine poster.
That's dope.
That one's been around for a minute.
You have a retro museum before you know it. Colton, I know you're always in bed early, man.
I was in bed at 9:30, man. I was out. I took some aspirin, and I was down for the count.
Really?
Yeah, like I said, I was sore as a dog yesterday, man.
I just been like, you know what? Christina got me this espresso machine for Christmas, and that sucker has been an MVP in this household right now as far as appliances go. Because I get up in the morning, just do my shot of espresso, I'm good. Because like Ezra's like letting us maybe sleep an hour or 2 hours at a clip since he's been sick.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Far North Thrift?
Hey, how's it going?
But yeah, we're starting a new program called Wave. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
It's like an invoicing app because we do so much like off-platform selling and stuff. Yeah. So it's just a way to kind of help us like itemize, and it helps you keep track of your inventory as far as like what you spend. So it's almost like a GoDaddy where you just have to input your information and stuff like that. And so, yeah, we were working off of like Google Sheets for a year, and we're just kind of starting to find it like cumbersome to keep up with, you know. Right. And like, I guess when you use like apps like that, it gives you pretty numbers and stuff, and I don't have to like come up with the formulas. The software's already got it.
Yeah, no doubt. That's the thing that's tough. Is trying to get all that stuff ready for tax time. I've been kind of roughly looking at my numbers and, you know, cost of goods and all that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I have GoDaddy that puts like my stuff, you know, organizes it. And I kind of just make notations on the cash. Like, hey, I took this much cash out for, you know, yard sales. Like I took this much, you know.
Yeah. That's
kind of how I work it. But
man, because like I feel like trying to like I'm sure Cernock is like on the same page right now where you're trying to like gear up for the next year. Q4's behind us now, and yeah, man, like I'm sure everybody's plotting and thinking about inventory and space put stuff. Before like last week we were talking. We didn't have a show, but I was like trying to figure out how to spend my profits like crazy for tax purposes. It's just like, ooh, I need this. Ooh, I need that. Ooh, I need this.
Yeah. So. We're getting there, Kent. Hey, Mike. Yeah, we were talking earlier about being sore. Mike's feeling the same thing, man. He's been over there with me at the shack.
Yeah, I know you guys been working. You're saying.
Yeah. What's up, Kent? Hey, I finally broke out all the pagers. The throwback Motorola. Tommy, I sent you an IG, buddy, with the pager collection.
Yeah, yo, wasn't that was like one of those the Christmas stop motion movies? They had like a Kris Kringle one, and he was a ginger. He had red beard.
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah,
he's probably suffering like me, man. The edges are getting a little white, so I'm sure about 5-10 more years I'll be
I know
whited out.
I've been like making my measly attempt to try and grow a beard, and like all these little white hairs coming out. I'm like, what's happening? I'm like, crap, I'm not 20 no more.
Yeah, the lighting's a little dull in here tonight, but I got a big white patch like in the
yeah.
Hey,
Annie. What's up, Jimmy? Jimmy hit his 1K yet?
Yeah.
Nice.
I dropped him on IG today, like celebration time.
Congrats, brother. I saw somebody talk about it. I think it was Bill Tackett post about it on Facebook.
Yeah, man, that's well earned, bro. Like you've been on the grind for a minute, so nice, well earned for sure. Jimmy, are you good on your watch hours, bro? Or are you still in need? I put you on that all night loop. Yeah, my chat is so far behind.
You know what I mean? I'm like, so I think for the new year, we're actually planning on leaving our apartment. We've been actively looking for, 3-4 bedroom homes with a garage space and like a finished basement. Tall order, but here in Illinois, at least the part of Illinois that I'm in, for the amount that I'm paying for a 2-bedroom apartment, I could get a house like that. It just depends on how far into the country I want to go. But yeah, that would be a huge game changer because I'm trying to gear up for 2021, and I'm reluctant to get more inventory because I have a lot of inventory still. I don't want to move it all.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It is always like I was thinking today because I've got like another little deal possibly coming soon, and I'm like, dude, I got to get on the grind. I'm fixing to have to run some sales or something, man. Like make some room, blow out some old inventory.
Yeah,
like first of the year is probably a good time to do it. Nice. He's already sold 2 items today.
That's awesome.
From the back of the truck. I hear you, bro. I haven't got one yet, but I did list a bunch today. I'm ready for the I guess I should not say that, but I'm ready to supply the dealers of the East Coast, I reckon. I've got track phones and pagers, bro. We're throwing it back to the 90s.
So you think you guys are gonna still do your pallet tour 2021?
Dude, I doubt it, man. I knew Mike's got pallets galore just out of this. Yeah. I still have a load in the back of my truck, so we pretty much got the pallet. Pallets galore already. But yeah, it's crazy. Hey, I take that back, dude. I did sell a phone earlier. I sold an old track phone, Flip.
The flip phone?
Yeah. I got a bunch of them new in the box, man. Like new in the box.
Can you please like take a like retro picture? Go grab one of your starter jackets for like Instagram, Get Regina, like prop it up. Get your starter jacket with your with your chucks and hold up your flip phone and your pager
Yeah, I've
You
got,
got
man.
some plastic glasses with neon frames.
Oh man. Yeah, nice, Jimmy. Yeah, I've literally got everything like that around. Like, hey, you haven't seen this yet, but I know you'll remember this stuff right here.
Yeah, Nirvana. You were telling me about that.
Yeah, that thing's sweet, man.
Your cassette. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I got that. I got the Motorola's. I'm like hooked up. Got some Seinfeld up there.
Do they work? Do the pagers work?
I doubt it. I don't know. They all have there's a bunch of them that's got instruction manuals there. Yeah,
I'm like, is there an operator and a switchboard relaying messages? RCA.
RCA doggies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I used to play this game when I was younger. You fly through.
I do not know that game. Zaxxon?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know it because this is what it looks like.
I mean, I play games like that, Centipede and whatnot. But what's up, Lisa? Gateway Pickers. How are you guys doing? Happy New Year's. Yeah. Cernock knows where is that.
Yeah, he knows.
Was his jam?
It ain't got the game, man. It's just got the cover though. So there was a floppy. There was a floppy, but these are the cassettes, man. Like you'd roll the cassettes in there. Yeah, buddy. We throwing it back.
Played that on his TRS 80.
Yeah, that's the one I just sold, man. TRS 80. That's crazy. Hey, so Cernock's got this new listing set up for clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's like static cloth or something, man. You just throw your stuff up there and it sticks. It has it like on a 60-degree incline. It's sweet, dude. He was hammering it out, man. He was as geeked up on that as what he is on hats the other day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you can, speed up your work like that, especially with clothes, man, I find sometimes just the toughest part is just getting it to lay right.
Right. And that's the thing. You can spread it out. Hey, Lisa, good to see you in Gateway Pickers. Glad you're here. Seeing if there's anybody else. Yeah, man. I know.
Leroy.
Dude, Tommy did back-to-back nights live, man. I know you were probably knocked today.
Back-to-back nights?
Yeah. They did a 5-hour test because this thing crashed the other night.
Sleep is for the dead.
Leroy, good to see you, Ray.
Well, what's going on?
Yeah, man. It's been a good time though. The Radio Shack clean out. It's been a lot going on.
That's awesome.
It's like going back in time up in there, man. You walk
Dude,
around.
I was blown away when you were saying you even had a Radio Shack open by you.
The guy said there's still over 400 in the country.
That's crazy. I mean, there's still a Blockbuster around. I think there's one like last one in Alaska or something like that. Hi, Tracy.
Yeah,
hey, Mr. Bill.
They've got a Blockbuster that is an Airbnb that you can go stay in there at night and watch all the movies if you want.
And not rewind them and leave.
That's it. Hey, Mo, good to see you in here, man. Tracy, good to see you guys. Yeah. Yeah, Tank, working hangouts are going to start soon. Private one for motivation. Man, that'd be cool.
See him be a hoss. Look at this like department store warehouse.
Yeah. Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill went back to the Mr. Bill logo.
Yeah.
Nice. Ken Bill. Yeah, buddy. Oh, Mike, they're going to put you on it now. Nowhere to run. Hey, Tim.
They caught up for you. Hey, Tim. Happy New Year's, man.
Well, guys, we did not get a guest scheduled for tonight. Obviously, it's just the two of us. Nobody dipped on us. I didn't have anybody different on the thumbnail, but obviously, first day of the year, kind of, do a little recap over last year, and then looking forward, like what's up next. I know for most of us, 2020 was kind of like nothing any of us have ever experienced, obviously. To think last night that there is not a single place in the U.S. that's doing a ball drop and have people there, like that's something that I've never experienced in my lifetime.
Dude, it would have been the only time I would have gone to Times Square for New Year's.
Yeah, you'd be by yourself. Probably get arrested.
Probably.
Wait a minute. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, there's some weird stuff that's out there right now. Like here, our state just put in that you can pick up mixed drinks to go. And then they were asked, like, how do you enforce open container? Like, what are you gonna do? Wax seal the top of your drink? Hey, your wax seal's busted.
Well, you could like in New York, what you do is like if you got wine or something like that, let's say you open a bottle and you didn't finish it, then actually put in a plastic bag and staple and you stick it in your trunk. That's how that's how it's sealed. Yeah. But that's New York. I don't know. New York, New Jersey.
Yeah. It's funny, man. Yeah, I was like, man, because where we live, that's like strict, dude. Strict. Like when I had no straw, hey, they already cut that out down here anyway. Killing turtles and stuff. You can't have it. But yeah, like I've seen Uber drivers get tickets for somebody else having an open container in their car, like big money ticket. So it's.
I have a friend who just he dropped a can on the sidewalk before getting into an Uber, and he got like a public intoxication ticket. I guess he caught a cop on a bad day.
Kent said they got drive-through bars in Louisiana. We have a drive-through. It's called brew-through, but it's just like a convenience store. You drive through, they put all the stuff in your car.
Dude, in Alabama, they had drive-throughs with like beers on tap. And you just give them your little like jug. They fill it up for $10-$20, and you just leave with your growler. Peace.
That's crazy.
Nobody would say, but that was like beer. I feel like beer is a lot like looser in the South than like liquor is.
Yeah. I understand like what people are saying is stopping and picking stuff up, but I'm talking about like they serving straight up. Hey, I'm gonna mix this drink for you. Put it in a cup. You take it with you. that kind of stuff. I'm like, that's kind of wild. Well, out here, I know they're really strict. I did Uber here for a while too, and I have friends that are at police. Basically, like 5 teenagers died out here at a DUI. Ever since then, buddy, they put the clamp on that stuff. Like they are pulling people over and writing you up. Like if they see it in there, smell it in the car, you're gonna get hooked up. Like it's just how it is. Yeah, one of those things.
Hey, Karen's at the beach.
Kind of crazy there. But at any rate, sidebar, right?
So from your year or more, year and a half?
Yeah, I started September 19.
Yeah.
19, so
let's say a year. So in 2020, like what would you say you would have done differently? Like what'd you learn?
Oh man, I learned a ton. For me, I don't know like one thing specifically, really. Like to try to think of, I might would have. I think for me, I would have started out a little bit more organized. Really, like that's the thing that if I could change and go back, it's like, man, let me get this thing under control a little bit more, because it's harder to go back and fix like once you've already started down that path.
Yep.
My kids, like one of their Christmas presents that I asked for from them is like, hey, just come up and spend the day with me and let's like reorganize the shed, like get some things a little bit more, get the stuff off my kitchen table and out of the dining room. That was a big plus. But yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things that if you don't start out of the gate getting some organization, man, then it can overwhelm you. I know Cernoc's talking about it. Obviously, Lisa and Rob, they know. They know they've got people that were living in their death pile in the back of the garage. They didn't know.
You know, Kent brings up a good point. Always have a death pile. Yeah. Like for all the folks who didn't have a death pile during the lockdown, you know, kind of caught them by surprise.
Yeah, that's the thing. Tommy said he wouldn't have badmouthed eBay. Hey, I tell you what, man, sales are recovering today for me, though. I'll just tell you.
Yeah,
it's been good.
We're actually thinking about we actually thought about not shipping for a few days. We actually stopped shipping for a few days on purpose, just to hope that some of the package traffic would clear up. We still got 3, 4, just I don't know. It's in USPS purgatory or something.
Yeah. I mean, I've got most of mine. I actually think I'm down to one. I've got one case pending, so that's not bad compared to where I was. Not this past Tuesday before, I had 61 packages out, and I was like, wow. They were overdue. Not just out like I just shipped it yesterday, but out.
Yeah,
it's scary. But,
yeah, Mike, mine were priority too, and I paid up thinking, I think it's only just affecting first class. Wrong.
Mo said that he had as a death garage at this point, not a pile.
I mean, I'm with him on that, you know?
Yeah.
I got to go through and take a tally. I don't know if you guys do that for taxes, just kind of go through and just do a ballpark inventory, as far as your death pile value or your inventory value.
Tommy says he loves eBay, by the way. Hey, long story short, good to see you. That's a Krillin tagline right there, ain't it?
It is.
Clay's Closet.
For sure that is Krillin.
I know. I was trying to see. I can't never see the pictures, man. Everybody's always like, "Oh, I like your little thing." I was like, "Bro, I can't see what that is." I don't know what that means. Yeah. Find Jimmy Hoffa in there. It's funny, man. I think it is. It is a one of those things. I think everybody has things you can learn, and obviously nobody's got it completely under control. But for me, first year, hey Jacob, man,
yeah,
good
man.
to see you, bro. Good to see you.
Happy New Year's, brother.
Jacob said he's had the best he's ever done this year at eBay. He is killing it,
dude. He's been killing it, man. I need to move.
I keep seeing video game lots, stacked all over the place that he's pulling. So
where I live, it's a bunch of savages the way they pick over these Walmart shelves.
Yeah,
leave me something.
Nah, we ain't got nothing working with our Walmart either. You looking in there for stuff, it's long gone. But that's the problem though, because we only have one within a 60-mile radius. Yep. So people are wiping that thing out.
Happy New Year, Sal. Hope you're doing well.
So what about for you, Sam? I mean, same question. What is after on your reselling journey?
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Because my comfort zone, even just with Macari and getting into it, was video games. But then, I got to watching YouTube and finding folks, and I found myself sourcing clothes, and I freaking hate sourcing, listing, doing anything with clothes. For all y'all that like it, kudos to you. Not my favorite, but like, and I had to be honest about that. So I guess that's the other thing is just if you're gonna, explore other things, use that as a definition, like your boundaries, where you want to be as a reseller, what niche you want to be in. I'm like, nah, I like hard goods. I like video games. Those are the things that interest me. I prefer to resell things that are within my hobbies. Keeps things interesting. So,
yeah. Hey, Sal, thanks for coming in. Noel and Wendy, thank you guys for being here as well. Yeah, man, Jacob, I was thinking about you today, bro, because like thinking back to this year, I mean, one of the pivotal things for me as far as YouTube and really kind of getting to know the community, a lot of that hinges on you guys, on Jacob putting me and Sam together, hanging out with us, kind of getting a reseller roundtable kicked off. And then, us developing friendships, like, there for a while, me and Sam talked 3 or 4 times a day. And then came Ezra. And I obviously know that he needs every moment he can have at that point. But
he's screaming in the background as we speak.
he hears me talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, it's, this for me, this show's been a pivotal thing that's really kind of helped, grow some relationships. Cause I mean, I've met tons of people in our chat. We've had tons of guests on that are like, just guys now that there's a lot of those guys I reach out to if I need anything, like something I may not know as much about, or, vice versa. I have people reaching out to me. So this has been a pivotal thing as far as the reselling business and YouTube in general, right? Because like we've all talked about in the past, it's kind of like going to the office, right? When you get in YouTube and you start chatting with other people, it's like, okay, I'm at work, but everybody else is at work too. Like the work and hangouts, that's been big.
Yep.
But yeah, Tommy said right about what you were along the lines of what you were saying. Sell what you love, just stay in love.
And it's like, I don't know, like Tim asked us, like, am I saying being entrepreneurial is overrated? No. I think like pursuing the title, like to be like, I'm an entrepreneur. Like, all right, that's cool. But I mean, like, I would consider my dad an entrepreneur, but he wanted he wanted to be his own boss. Like, the word entrepreneur wasn't even like a buzzword then like it is like now, but he was just chasing after a way to feed his family, be his own boss, be on his own schedule and live life on his own terms. Like, I if that's what an entrepreneur encapsulates, and I mean, but I also have to like work on New Year's Eve and weekends and stuff like that, like I put up with way more stuff now than I would if I was helping somebody else build their empire.
That's it for sure. Hey, Jennifer Hayes, thank you for coming in. And Sean, thanks for being here. I think some people are not entrepreneurs. I think some people are wantrepreneurs. Like
no doubt.
They're talking all this stuff. Or like me and you have talked about outside of YouTube before. I'm one of those guys too. When I jump in, I'm like jumping in, right? So like I'm buying stuff. But if we're not careful, right, you're like looking at that stuff like, whoa, when I get this, then I can do, like we're constantly waiting for, man, if I got a big score like that guy, then I would be doing good too. Or, there's always something you're looking to down the road, say, hey, if I had that, then I could do better. Or, or like you said, looking at what other people are doing, just like we all fall into, you see somebody start hammering out some sales on something, like when Rev started doing the cards, like I bought cards, you bought cards, like half the community bought cards. And most of us didn't know what we were fooling with. And I can tell you where my cards went wholesale right out to somebody out the door. Because I'm like, I'm not fooling with them. I don't enjoy it like that. But it's one of those things.
Look, see, Leroy got a stimulus check. Sold both his hammers for $300. Those sledgehammers, those big old hammers he showed us.
Oh, yeah, man. Steve-O, good to see you, bro.
Hey, Steve-O. Happy New Year's, man.
Steve-O, man, I think you're one of my first subscribers, bro. Like, thank you for all that you've done. For sure. Sam, do you like Peking duck?
I like duck in general, but I do like Peking duck.
Oh man. Yeah, it is. It is one of those things.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, you know, what Tommy's saying about the entrepreneur thing. Like, I just think it's a good, you know, marketing phrase or word for people to sell conference tickets. Like all the, you know, Tony Robbins dance party.
Yeah. Masterminds, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, all the late night television, right? Like, and I would be straight up when I was in my 20s, man. I thought some of that stuff was real, and I would buy a system like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
and figured out it's like, dude, like anything, if you don't put in the work, it's not gonna work. Like it's like anything you do, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Gary Vee is an entrepreneur, and he makes a lot of money putting it on a T-shirt and selling it back to you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I remember watching a video of his, and he was like, "Why would you waste your time going to conferences and listening to these jokers talk? Like, you should be putting your head down and getting to work. Like, if you're really an entrepreneur, you know, you don't need nobody to like pump you up for an hour or a week." You know, or break, you know, write your limitations down on a board and try and karate chop it, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's like, and you know, you can only trust fall so many times, but then at the same time, at the end of the video, you see like a plug for Gary Vee's like conference or something like that. It's like,
it's like, don't waste your time on other people's conference.
Yeah, it's like,
waste all the time you want on my conference.
make that money. I guess, like, you know. There are some people, they're just like, here, shut up, take my money.
Yeah, can't hit it dead on the head, man. Reselling's hard work, and it's not for everyone. That's true.
Yeah.
Can anybody do it? Yeah, I mean, you can if you're willing to put in the work, the time, to learn, you know, do all that. But
Lambos and rainbows.
Yep, that's it.
You get a super chat for a question towards me. That's awesome. I don't know who Tommy Vu is. I mean, Tommy Vu. Do you know who Tommy Vu is?
Late night infomercial. Tommy Vu. Nah, not right off. I remember Carlton Sheets, man. Carlton Sheets. Oh yeah, the real estate guy. Like, he was all at late night stuff. Man, I'm trying to think of some of those guys that used to come on.
Oh, this dude was a poker player. That's right.
Tommy V. Oh, I gotcha.
It's some poker player.
Oh, he was probably going to infomercials for online gambling.
Yeah.
Like, I can teach you the system. Oh, before poker. Is reselling overrated? No. Changing a flat tire on a big truck on the side of the road on the highway in a blizzard is overrated. I feel you, bro. Jimmy, I feel you. Yeah. You know, it is one of those things. It's hard work, but it's not like I don't think it's really all that physical demanding. Of course, this week I can tell you right now, it's been physically demanding on me. But it's definitely, there's some mental demands on it for sure. Because I mean, we all know, we've experienced it recently. You know, when you're stressing about a package that, like, hey, is this going to be delivered? Is this not going to be delivered? Am I going to have to eat this money on this item that I sent out that's expensive? Like, you know, that can be a drain. And, you know, just dealing with all the normal, the 50 question guys that are like, hey, can you take a picture of the little hairline crack on the back side of this thing? Is it wider than 1/8 of an inch?
Dude, and being okay that person probably isn't going to buy from you.
Yeah.
That is probably the most annoying part of it. It's like, hey, can you take these measurements, blah, 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 and then buy it, and then be like, oops, that was my kid's fault.
Yeah. you get done with all that, and they say, hey, would you take $5? I know you got it for sale for $40, but would you take $5? Thank you. Oh, man. Mike said he ran the numbers. He had $104.50 on December items that weren't received. Wow.
Sean,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
mental. Yeah.
But $600 just hit people's bank accounts today. I checked mine. I got mine.
I didn't get mine.
Yeah.
Brittany got hers. I didn't get mine yet, but that's not unusual. My bank's usually a day late on that stuff.
Krill is trying to get me to watch Tommy Vu and his babes. I don't think it's going to be friendly for this channel. I will watch it. Because the search for it in the videos, like the fourth video was like, do you know scammers? Well, meet Tom Vu. Like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, it is, man. Some of that stuff you look at and say, I don't know, like Jacob's saying about someone asked to purchase something for $3 out of a lot you just listed. No thanks. Yeah. That's the thing. Hey Joe, good to see you, bro.
Happy New Year, show.
Yeah. They man, I think there's a lot of that. I know there's days where it's like water's off a duck's back for me. Like it doesn't faze me whatsoever. I'm just like, just keep moving. There are other days when that stuff piles up on you sometimes. I think that you're like, okay, enough of this. Like that kind of stuff. Or like the guy that you've been waiting to pay you for like days. He finally pays and sends a message right behind it. Can you ship this out today? At 4:00? No.
Oh, we had one of those the other day. I was like, if you don't ship today, I'm canceling. I'm like, gosh. And then we had to like overnight ship it and stuff. But whatever. If you're willing to pay up for it, sure.
I keep getting trial requests for my underwear listings.
I did, Krill. I just saw it real quick.
Jacob said we just broke the news for him like we were CNN.
Yep.
Just found out he got his $600. Thank you.
Boom. You're welcome, man.
Hey, Derek, good to see you, bro. Happy New Year. Fun.
No, man. Ask Cronin to send it to you guys. It's literally like this like Vietnamese dude sitting around on a boat with a bunch of half-naked women. And then there's like an African-American man showing a piece of paper of how much money he made. And he's clearly reading a teleprompter. Like you can see his eyes like track the words. And I don't know how literate he is. It just seemed like they found some dude off the street and put him in a suit.
Yeah.
Like, this is how much I made by following this system.
Dude, back in the day, I don't know if it's still like that now because I don't watch as much TV. We actually just cut the cord on our TV. DirecTV tried to hoodoo me on some Sunday ticket. They tried to double bill me for my Sunday ticket package. Dude, I pay it by the month, right? Like over the course of the season. We get down here, there's 2 games left. I get a bill for $395 on top of my monthly bill. I said, guys, why do I have I ordered a Sunday ticket I say, why does it show up? And then they were like, well, it looks like you ordered it on your remote. I was like, why would I order something on my remote I already have? Like, I'm watching it. I've been paying for it since August. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Of course, you're the one that has to call them. They're not like, oh, sir, we accidentally charged you $80. Yeah. Here you go.
Well, the guy said, he said, well, what they were wanting me to do is pay the bill and then they'd kick it back. I was like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, nah, I can't. I went through the whole deal. I was like, I finally just said, hey, we can get bootleg games. We know how to do it. My wife goes to Raider Nation. There's a lot of guys now. I don't know how they do it, but on their Facebook groups, dude, they're straight, got their phones set up to the TV.
Yep.
I'm like, boys, good thing it ain't YouTube. You'd be getting a ding. Copyright strike. But one of those things, for sure. So this past year, man, what would you say some of the more memorable things that maybe tips you picked up from other people?
I mean, for definitely the relationship aspect of things, as far as meeting folks, kind of like exposed me to different things. It made things like, as far as the learning process, a lot easier, digestible, and opened up opportunities as far as like sourcing, selling stuff. So just like putting myself out there on, social media at least help boost sales a lot. And I could always like ask folks questions if I wanted to. And I think that was like the most important thing. Cause like you think even for you, man, like meeting like Mike January House totally opened you up to like the world of auctions. Probably wouldn't even had a clue. And he kind of just like let you go in the kiddie pool for a little while and you got the hang of it. So it was like little things like that that's been neat because meeting folks, connecting with them, I've learned a lot. I mean, that's always been my strategy. Just find people smarter than me and hang out with them forever.
Yeah, there you go. It is one of those things, I was thinking the other day, I mean, obviously there's guys here in the chat that have helped me a ton. Like, dude, obviously Cernock opened the whole community's eyes up to the world of vintage hats. But, dude, I've been selling those hats like crazy, man. In fact, I've got to pick up this weekend for a load of hats. That is one of those things that, and the hats, just like my guy said, when I told him to look for them, he's like, dude, I throw them things away all the time. I never take a second glance. I used to look at sports hats. That's it. I would have never thought about looking for some farm hats. So like, that's a big deal. There's other guys that I see all the time, like just seeing how they work and, the things they think about. It's crazy, or how their mind works about things. Like, you got other crazy people in our community, like Dan the Answer Man, who's not even a reseller. But dude, I can tell you, him and Kent could probably have like a competition to drop the first knowledge link about something you got a question about. It's like, oh, here's the link. Just like Kent was saying, we got to go into the retention people at that. That's the kind of stuff that you look at and say, man, it's crazy that if you didn't have that, you're just out here floundering on your own, right? Or you're trying to look up and figure out, hey, what is this? There's been days when I've been listing where I hold up something and those guys will pull it up, and then just seeing how other people list there for that short time when Tommy was giving out the eBay knowledge, like 3 back-to-back shows. I was like, dude, for as much as he was complaining about those guys, he knows a lot about it for sure. And other people, man, like Miss Jennifer. I know that you've been racing her for a while to try to drop links ahead of her, but that never happens. You really,
dude, it was a good mental exercise. It was a good mental exercise for a while.
I was telling somebody one day, I think she's got a wall of monitors with like a keyboard for each hand. And she's modding so many people's channel. But I mean, there's countless people that I learn from every time when you do a live show. I'm taking notes, I'm writing stuff down. I'm trying to retain as much as I can. Because it helps me. Like now when I go into a shop, there's certain things I look at that I would have never looked at in the past because of being involved in the community. More so than just, casually just watching a video here or there. I learned from that too, but to have that interaction, I think helps a lot more. Thrift Raider. Yep. Hyphy Gold. Did I miss somebody else? I thought I saw somebody else drop through. Maybe not. Yeah, that's fire. That's funny. Here's Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy. Hey, George.
Hey, Kent. That guy decided to keep them, but I did pick up a couple. I have not looked them up yet, but they're these guys, the smaller ones. Brian, good to see you, bro.
What's up, Brian? ...
These guys, man. They're always... Yeah, we do thank you guys. All of y'all that are part of the show, and it has been a good year as far as that goes. For me, it does make me think, as horrible as the whole COVID thing is and how it shut things down and what it did, I really don't think we'd be as tight community wise without it, though, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think there'd be a lot more running around, a lot more, kind of people doing it on their own. I don't know that I would be on YouTube like I am now, to be honest.
Yeah,
it didn't affect us as much out here, but
yeah, I mean, it's not as strict over here. I mean, I guess it was strict for a little while, and we were careful just because of Ezra, but I don't know. It's giving me more time to just hang out with Ezra, so I can't be too sad about that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Anthony, good to see you, bro. Duel is okay. Yeah, they're not as good as what they could have been. There's Mike. We were just talking about you, bro. Yep. January House. Appreciate you coming in. We're talking about learning about the auction world from you. Those guys are doing listing lives now too. Him and Joe and Dan Art Vandalay. So it's good. Yeah. Auto-corrected. Yeah, Tank, man, I see that too, bro. Like, really thankful for reselling with COVID and the kids being able to stay home from school.
Yeah. Just that childcare. I mean, especially like your kids are more grown, so they can kind of be a little bit more self-sufficient with school. But yeah, being able to be a part of that and run a business at the same time is like, I don't know, huge. I feel like it would be a huge burden off your shoulders. Because with Ezra sick, there were like 3 days we just like needed to be with him. He was like not having any other way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are you going to do? He's an infant. But we think about the people like, I, as a full-grown man, will now have to call somebody and ask another full-grown adult for permission to stay home with my kid. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, as a business owner, like I have to go and tell my customers now, like, hey, I'm not going to be shipping. Like, my kid's sick. Like, I'm going to ship in a couple of days. Hope that's okay. And if it's not, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Nikki T, good to see you.
Hey, Nikki T.
Chris. And
how was that Mandalorian finale?
I know, right? Dude, a whole year now. It'll be 1 year for the next one. That's crazy.
I can wait. It's fine. They're going to have like 11 billion spin-offs from it anyway. So there's Dan the Answer Man just talking about him.
Yeah, man.
How you always got the answer, man.
Yeah. You've been living up to your name, bro.
That's right.
I went back and watched those guys do their golf. Him and Casey did a golf club show.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Another like knowledge bomb session.
Yep. Hey, Chris, that's right. Cobra Kai season 3 is out. I just saw that. Netflix.
My wife's been watching that all day, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
No spoilers.
She's been over there all day doing that. I haven't, man. I've been resting for the most part. I did knock out about 35 listing.
That's good.
But trying to start the year out right. Get ahead. Dan Art Vandalay's insurance approved of his spy glasses. I don't know. I don't know. That must be something else.
Art Vandalay's got some spy glasses.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of crazy. So what about this coming year? I know you've got some plans that are going to be a little bit outside.
Man, I've been just like working. We've been behind the scenes because our mushroom business has been growing, and I've been on the fence about starting a channel. I'm just going to do it. So we've been filming stuff on the side. I've been trying to grow the 30 guys that are in here probably won't care, but cordyceps. And it's a really, really difficult mushroom to grow. I've tried a couple of times. without success. And I'm having some luck this time around. If you get it right, it goes for $1,000 an ounce. So or $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Put a little work on that.
Yeah. So, and I same limitations as reselling. We're looking for a house, so we're looking for a bigger space, for ourselves and for our business. Because I still plan on reselling. I don't really plan on doing it full time ever, just because I'm so busy with the farm. But I enjoy part time. I enjoy going to thrift stores and with Ezra, and how fast he's growing. We're picking there all the time for kids' clothes, so it's like nice. I get to scoot over to the electronics, But I look like I'm the taste tester. I am the taste tester, dude. I love mushrooms, man. Like, dude, I'm gonna tell you, cordyceps. If I could give you a handful, Tommy, I would, because they would just make you super chill and super horny. They are one of the strongest aphrodisiacs out there.
Oh gosh. So you guys are obviously talking about the YouTube then with that.
Yeah, we've been so we've hired out some folks. Like, I've been talking to Eric behind the scenes. I'm working with somebody right now who's designing a logo for us. I've been looking at Fiverr and Upwork for someone to design a website for us. I'm really particular about how I want the website to look, and a merch store to go along with that. So yeah, so just we've had a really good year as far as the farm goes. Like, we've been in grocery stores and stuff, and restaurants. So, which has been really nice, because with COVID and everything, we haven't been able to do some of the farmers market stuff. So yeah. So if we can kind of like continue to expand out and like help other people learn how to like cultivate and get access to like really just good mushrooms, not from like China and stuff where they spray their mushrooms with a bunch of crap so that it looks good by the time it ends up on your shelf. So
yeah. So how long have you been doing the mushroom thing now? I know not everybody really knows about that.
That I'm going on 3 years now. Yeah. So yeah. I was just like I found it as a hobby and I kept going with it. And at that time it was kind of like reselling, where, not a lot of people were if they were doing it, but they weren't really like public about it on social media. And now, like, over the last few years, I've seen like a whole bunch of like mushroom pages, legal and illegal, but a lot of mushroom pages pop up.
Mike's asking about your budget for a website. I can give you his number or whatever. Mike does, he does a lot of computer stuff, does software, all that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
I mean, you got somebody in the works. But
yeah, I mean, I have somebody in. Person I'm doing logos, like, what I give her, like $200 for, or no, excuse me, $100 for 2 logos, and then like any modifications I want to like make for life to it. So
yeah,
and then I think some of the going rates I was looking at were like $200 for like a whole, like even just a Shopify store. But I mean, I've successfully made a Wix store on my own by myself, but it was clunky at the time. Yeah, I forgot about that, Mike. I will definitely let you know, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Krillin's asking if you've seen about the Chinese truffles.
No.
Bootleg Chinese truffles.
I believe it. Truffles are a lot of money, man.
Sam's in Illinois.
I am Illinois.
Chicago area.
Yep. Northwest burbs.
But they're yeah, so obviously if y'all get a house, that'd be a game changer for you guys, like as far as space. Because I know that's been some of your limitation with all of that, is especially now that you got a little one like moving around.
Yeah, well, because like the farm, interestingly enough, doesn't really take up that much room. It does. It just depends on how much you want to like output.
Right.
But I probably push like a couple 100 pounds a week of gourmet mushrooms. So if I had a bigger space, obviously I could grow a little bit more, and then it would give me the opportunity to just like hire out, because I have friends who are out of work. So that like just being able to delegate a little bit more would be so nice. But I think space is like the limitation for me as far as like justifying going big enough to even invite one more person to come in and work. So
I'll let you answer that one.
Yeah, man. That's basically it. I mean, I trade and I do a little. I mean, I did a little DoorDash for like a month, but that was all right.
Yeah, it is crazy. Like, we're obviously in a reselling community, but that mushroom thing, I mean, that's a whole different aspect of reselling for sure, because you're basically creating your own product. And then,
that's what I am doing. I'm reselling though. You know what I mean? Like, just cultures alone, I figured out how to like manufacture it and then produce it. And I would say I was lucky to stumble upon reselling, because then it taught me about things like pirate ship. Oh my goodness, did I save so much money this year just pirate ship alone? Yep. And then getting a thermal printer, that trickled over into both businesses and just streamlined things so much more. And it's gotten me thinking like a lot more about like the logistics and organization of like my farm too. So
well, it's one of those things. I know there's people on YouTube that I learned from too about things like that. Like that, just time savers, I mean, obviously if you're saving time just to blow it doing something else, but like if you're saving time in your process, that's one of the things, and talking about something going forward is how to get your process a little bit more streamlined and what you're doing, because end of the day, I mean, I know for me, doing what we're doing on this is about having freedom, but obviously still having to put in the work, right? Mm-hmm. It's one of those things. But I can't say Rolo all day.
Rolo all day. I do wish they had like a Bluetooth thermal printer. That'd be perfect.
I'll say if you get big enough, you can just go on Alibaba and make your own Rolo for $44.
That would be pretty dope.
Like, have you ever watched the college picker guy?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He put them side by side. He's like, this is a Rolo. This is a Rolo. One's got the name on it, one doesn't. It's the same exact printer. I was like, those guys were genius, though, resellers.
Yeah.
They are.
But if I have an issue with it, I can complain to Amazon or Rolo, and they'll take care of it. Whereas Alibaba, you're screwed.
Yeah, you're Aliyada.
Yep.
Yeah, Mike said they do have some Bluetooth thermal.
Yeah, no. They're like he says, they're just really expensive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, for $100, I'll just walk into the next room and print it.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Nah, it's one of those things, dude. I mean, I've told the story of mine. Like, I have the Dymo because I got the Dymo for nothing. I mean, I bought 4, sold 3. I'm actually in profit on my Dymo. We'll keep rolling with it till she dies.
That's awesome.
I may get a backup one day. I've been talking about that just in case, because I do not want to go back to cut and paste. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
One of those things.
Dude, Brian, when I first started selling stuff like online, first sale I ever made, I like hand wrote it. Like I got one of those USPS like labels that you're handwriting on, and I try to like make it all nice and stuff. And then I moved to just hand typing out labels to like glue on it. And then I would take it to the post office and just pay full price for postage too.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it is, dude. The other day I was in the post office, not in my town, but somewhere else. I had to drop a couple packages off, and I'm standing in line in there looking like, man, do they have just a drop and go place like where I can get over there? Well, they have this guy over there that had all these packages. Dude, he is he's getting the post office to print his labels right there and writing them things out. I'm like, oh my goodness, man. Like, and he's an eBay guy, got eBay tape all over his stuff. I was like, whoa. Yeah, it is. That's game changer. A label printer and a scale are pretty much like, you gotta go down that road. Yeah. Yeah, Mike was sharing about a Amazon FBA. Like, there's a thermal printer under $50, but it's the one that print that little labels you would put on Amazon stuff.
The FBA labels, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah, I mean, and that was one of the things, I had to keep going and as my business progressed, like justify things. So like my two big purchases for this coming year, one is a flow hood. I'm going to try and, build my own. That's like $1,000 investment for the size that I want versus like paying somebody who's building it out of just, scraps for, I don't know, one for the size I want, $10,000. So I can literally build it for a tenth of the price than I would have to buy it. So.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, those vent things, man. I know I put one in my Subway when I had it, bro. I was like, how much you want for that little piece of aluminum? Are you crazy?
Yep.
It is. What stage is grilling in the printer efficiency life cycle? Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, it is. There are things along the way. I know for me, as far as plans this coming year, I mean, I definitely have some goals in mind. This big buy that I just hooked up is setting me on the right path right out of the gate. But man, I've been running numbers, just kind of seeing where I was at quarter on quarter. And there's some financial goals for sure. Like I definitely feel within grasp this coming year of hitting six figures on gross sales. Like, not obviously for me. I don't know where everybody else stands with that. I tend to see like whatever people tell you, they're making half that, maybe better. Like I actually do a little bit better than half myself, but because of just how I buying so cheap. But yeah, that's one of my things I'm pushing is to hit that six figure. So I know
good, we're back on. A little glitchy. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it popped in and out.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I've been working numbers, like just trying to figure about what I need to do. So just being a little bit more consistent with listing, because I will say this past year, that's one of the other things. I mean, I kind of hammered it out here towards the end, really got in a groove about doing that. But man, up until then, it's like one day I'll list 50 and then I'll go 2 or 3 days and list like 3 and then get back on track, hammering it out for a little while. But yeah, being consistent, I think that's key in all aspects of reselling, really being consistent.
Yeah.
Hey, our Vintage Treasures, thanks for coming over.
Scheduling stuff.
Yeah,
it's been important too, and I think that's been part of the organization things. Kind of finding a rhythm. I felt like last year, as far as reselling goes, has been nice because I've gotten to learn. Like I like going to thrift stores. That's what's around me. So I like having had the time to go and figure out what everybody's schedule was and when they put stuff out, when sales are likely going to happen. Connecting with people out there so they don't like sketched out if I'm like trying to film something.
Right.
But yeah, I mean that has been nice. So, having that knowledge on hand and being able to kind of set my schedule around that is nice.
Yeah.
Because you can't be sourcing all the time, you know what I mean? Because I feel like sometimes you're like, I'm bored, I'm just going to go to the thrift store.
That's what I was telling the guys the other day in my listing chat about how just how big a game changer it is buying like bulk like that. to where, I think about when I first started, even the first half of this year, man, when you're going to thrift stores and you're spending, 3 or 4 hours like on a thrift run. Like for me, there's 7 thrift stores. So if I hit up every thrift store, I might come home with like 10 to 12 items. Like, maybe on a good day. And then other days I might come home with 3, and been out there all day. Whereas now I can go and pick stuff up. Of course, I spent 3 days picking stuff up at this place, but I've got, a quarter, like 3 months worth of thrift haul. Like, I mean, that's kind of where it is.
Look, I mean, Lisa and Rob said they're dry in January and they're not sourcing for the entire month.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't source all November and December.
Yeah, I'm not as hard. I've actually haven't been in the thrift stores much. Mike would attest to that because usually his wife, like if I do pop in there, she's like, "Where you been?" In fact, the last time I went in there, I dropped stuff off. I didn't pick anything up, but I was like, "Yeah, I just it's one of them things." I mean, the only thing I will say, if I stop in one, I'm looking for like home run, and that's the only way I'll pick it up. Like I've got more discipline about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ivy go, you're dead on. Bulk, not bulk. Not the website, but like if you can find sourcing opportunities like that, that's the way to go. Queen City Flips, good to see you. Glad you're here. For sure. Death Mountain.
That's what we were talking about, getting organized,
Yeah.
A fresh start. It's that whole new year, new you mindset, I guess.
And what you touched on too with the whole having a schedule, I think that's important, for sure. I know one of the great things about doing what we do is you can work whenever you want to. But if you're not careful, I know I've hit lulls like that, and I know you have as well. Like you're just grinding, and then you look up and you're like, dude, you may like set out for a little while because you're like, man, I'm just fried. I don't want to mess with it anymore. I just want to,
I mean, that was me today. Like, as soon as I got up, I was doing stuff. I was like prepping this and prepping that. I have a whole bunch of orders that need to go out, next week. And before I came on here, I just like sat down and laid for like 30 minutes. Like, man, this feels good. And damn, I didn't even eat today yet. It's like, because you guys just get in a grind, and I have to kind of be aware of that myself. So, it's easy for me to like, oh, I'm in a groove. I don't want to break my momentum. I want to keep going. And then I start ignoring like all my other needs. Like, dude, you should probably drink water. You should probably eat. You should probably like rest your brain a little bit. And that like 5 to 10 minutes of just rest and nourishment will kind of actually elevate your game a little bit more. So.
Hey, Aaron, glad you came over.
Yeah. Hey, Mike. Hey, picking ship.
Flipping goodies. Good to see you guys. Appreciate y'all coming in. Yeah, we're just talking about the year, the past and the future. Obviously, at this point, we can't do anything about the past, but learn from it. But the future, man, like I think, for me, for one, I don't know, obviously none of us know what to expect the coming year. Like we said, knowing what what we know now, like we would have never expected to come through what we have, but going forward, man, I actually feel pretty good about this coming year. I think this is going to be, for me, I think the learning curve, like the more that you work at it, the more you learn. I mean, I think you just get better. You can't help but get better if you're willing to put in the work and learn from your mistakes and move forward.
I mean, just like I call them sandproofing, but like having systems that work for you, like Christina, she is all about recording stuff on the computer and doing stuff off the computer. I'm more old fashioned. Like it just sticks better when I write it down with a pen, pen and paper. It always does. It's always been like that. So, I find myself now at nighttime, like, all right, this is, making a list of what I need to get done the next day so I can kind of reflect on my day a little bit. And then that morning, I'm not like, in this fall because I'm usually woken up by a baby screaming and I'm just like in go mode.
Yeah.
Whereas like I come into the, my office, my lab, and it's like, this is the stuff I need to get done today. I need to check most of this stuff off before I go to bed tonight, So that kind of keeps me on task a little bit better. And it's gratifying being able to like, boom, done, check it off the list.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think that's one of the things that we tend to, I know for me, like sometimes I just get in a mode of, I'm just gonna, I'll do this and then I'll do this. But, to, like you said, to make a list, that's something I'm terrible about. But I'm like, man, to make a list and kind of stick to it. So, I mean, it is one of those things, like you can call it resolution or whatever, but, a lot of times we don't hold to those things. But I'm definitely trying to be better about scheduling this thing like a job, like, hey, let me roll out by this time. That may vary a little bit, but like there's certain things I want to do. I want to start my day out by going in and getting some listings under my belt and then pack and then kind of go back to listing that afternoon, because I do know I'm more of a morning person. That's why you guys very, very, very rarely see me on the late night shows, because I'm out, dude. I'll just tell you, like a lot of days I'm up 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'm up. I'm ready for the day. So for me, it's just one of the big things I've done recently is, as you see, my YouTube stuff's out here now as well in the shed, but that's the goal, is to get it all out here, out of the house, like kind of cut off. I may still do my YouTube thing in there, and I'm working on something new. Honestly, me and you have talked about this a little bit a while back, but man, I've got all these electronics. Like that's one of the things I buy, and I know no projects, just profits. Like we try to stick to that, but I've been kind of kicking around the idea about repairing some of these things and filming it, just doing a whole nother little channel about, repairing them, because I can repair them and flip them for way more if the money makes it worthwhile. So I've got that one bedroom that I have in my office that usually I'm shooting YouTube in. That's where I'm actually, I've kind of started organizing my electronics in there that need to be repaired if they're worthwhile. If they're not, hit them down the road or sell them as parts. But like, I've got a bunch of record players now I've been stacking up that all they need is belts. Like, and that's not a huge deal. So,
dude, I mean, I think I watched a whole 45-minute video last month of this dude completely just refurbishing a like destroyed world Vietnam War like Zippo lighter.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing soups and nuts, from him finding it and like repairing the thing. And he didn't really do it. He had some really good video quality, but his editing was a lot of just like ASMR stuff. Dropping stuff in the liquids and adding flames and hammering stuff. It wasn't anything particularly special, but it was very entertaining.
Yeah. Hey, Brian. Yeah, somebody else called me Yukon Cornelius the other day. We were talking about that. I was like, yeah, heat miser. Richard, thanks for coming in. Yeah, Kent, man, that's the plan. I'm thinking about that because I know Kent's an electronics guy. Like, if he ever messages you on, you'll see, like, he's definitely about electronics.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a little side venture for me this coming year. Just something.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah. I watch stuff. I tell you what, I like I watched this guy. I forget the name of it, but he's like, he takes like old metal toys and makes them new. And he uses like that little sandblaster thing. Dude, that to me is like ASMR. Like I can watch the little sandblast just, eat all the paint off, make it silver, shiny. That's one of those things.
That'd be cool, man. I mean, so I think that's like, you talk about planning ahead for the new year. That's the thing I'm trying to predict are the big purposes on purchases. Like the I was telling you, like the flow hood I wanted to get and build. and a couple other laboratory equipment. So I'm trying to predict those things and make sure I budget it into it and have some targets to hit, because it's certain equipments, like especially like with farming and what I do, like, that'll help me, delay hiring another person, or if I do hire another person, like it just however many X is my production value. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, there's things like I think about stuff like that as well. Like what, for me, like I'm going to change up some of my shelving in here. I'm already seeing some ways that I can be a little bit more efficient with that. Things that I've looked at that would help me get a little further down the road as far as listing and, taking care of things that I need to take care of.
Yeah.
But it is. It's and if you don't plan those things out or think about and then the other thing I think about is things like, for me this coming year, I mean, I'm definitely looking at doing some road trip, like picking for sure. So those are things I try to put in my brain. Like the other thing I've learned now as being a reseller is look for the shipping holidays. Like you need to plan your vacations around shipping holidays. That makes it better for you. Yep. If you're the one-man band, if you've got somebody that can ship for you or you want to delay. But it is. It's crazy to see. Hey, Louie, thanks for coming by, bro. Good to see you. We seeing if I missed it. Butterfly Hustles, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And Chuck, Back Road Bitter, good to see you. There we go. Time-lapse videos are very satisfying.
Yeah. Dan the Answer Man is talking about Christina loves watching like car detailing, cleaning videos.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that Brian was saying he likes the pressure washing videos.
Cleaning videos, man.
I don't know what it is. There's something satisfying about that.
I've been doing a ton of time-lapse videos for the Mushroom channel. It just takes like forever, because like I'm trying to like record a month's worth of growing in like squeezing it to 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, man. If you see that stuff, like, I remember, what is it, like Planet Earth, when they do all that, it's like
yeah.
I was like, that stuff's cool right there.
Yeah,
like,
so it's been fun.
Everything.
Yeah, it's been fun diving into like the YouTube channels that like talk about that, like and videography. Like I was already like interested in that stuff when I first started my YouTube channel. So I get to like nerd out and do more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that'll be fun, man. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to, it's kind of crazy. I don't know if Nikki T's still in here, but watching people that have branched off of just straight reselling YouTube. Now they're like, they've got an extra channel doing something different, or, like seeing Rev and Nikki T do that restoration, man, that has caught fire. And if you're in for some crazy stuff, you can go over and check out Dixie Roots, because Colton's be doing some wild stuff on there, man. He had his spanking him the other day on camera.
It's like when when I used to work in an office, and you had holiday parties and people bring in food that they cooked, and you start to see that like, oh, you actually have other aspects of you besides the one facet I see you in all of the time.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing that you look at and say, man, it is. There's so much out there that I think for us, and I've noticed that with Rev and Nikki T. I think by doing YouTube reselling, like you kind of learn, like, because YouTube's a learning aspect as well. You don't just come out and shoot a video and like, oh, we're good. Like there's a lot more behind the scenes going on than what you realize. Like I used to watch, the big guys when I first started, like, Lonnie and Matt and those guys. I said, oh, those guys are just flipping the camera going in. I was like, dude, I've yet to figure out some of the stuff that they're doing, and it doesn't look that complicated. But when you're trying to film it yourself, you're like, dude, I'm not near that smooth. Like walking around with a camera with one hand and getting your angles right. Yeah, that's a lot harder than it looks. For sure.
Actually aiming the camera at the stuff you mean to aim it at when you're like pointing at it.
Yep, that takes a little practice, man. So but I think by doing that, like just like with yourself, I know now you guys branch out into another channel, like doing something different. Like you've already got a head start on that channel, didn't you?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
because I think like as far as like reselling goes, like for me, like I enjoy the teaching aspect of it, and I feel like I have a little bit more to offer as far as like the mushroom world goes. Like I've dedicated like 3 years of my life to it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I feel like that, and then I also don't feel pressured to like go to the thrift store for a video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I have to be real. I always feel like that, man. I was like, dude, I have to like spend money. I'm so cheap. I have to go to the thrift store for a dang video. Christina's like, really? Another one? I was like, yeah. She's like, don't you got enough stuff? But the video, babe.
I'll drop it back off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, can I just borrow this stuff and take it in the parking lot? I'll put it back.
Yep.
I promise. Oh man.
But Louis, I don't know. Because everything takes so long to grow. I'm just testing one camera, one spot, on all the time, and I just like leave it. So we'll see.
Kevin, talk about another YouTube influence, Kevin. Man, appreciate you, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, it's Kevin.
I put my little guy up there in the new space. He's on this side. Talk about it being innovative. Who would have thought an Inaman could change the reselling landscape? But
Brian, you can taste whatever mushroom you want, man. Cordyceps, I think, are a little cheesy. Like I don't know. It tastes like a really strong cheese, almost like.
Is that the one you were calling Cheetos?
Yeah.
Cheeto
like little
mushroom.
Finger. Yeah, if you saw Planet Earth, it was the one that was like growing out of the ant's head and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't know. I'm trying to plan like that kind of stuff. Like Christina's like trying to talk me into like a mealworm farm right now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not down with that because I'm just like not really into bugs at all. But that's a way to like maintain your genetics and keep it fresh. So
those things stink, man. Mealworms. Don't they smell bad? Like I feel like I've bought some of them for a pet before. Like one of somebody I know had a lizard, and I went with him, and he got some mealworm stuff. Yeah,
Kevin, I've had to take a step back. I had a newborn, and fatherhood is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It's kind of like YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, man, I could do that. Cinch. I got this.
Yeah.
Little did I know, it required a lot more effort. So, I just I had a family member who was sick, so they just need more time. So I felt like YouTube was the thing I could pull back on a little bit. And I needed to make money. I needed to focus on the farm, make money.
Yeah, nah, that's it, man. That is it for sure. That is it. Guys, we appreciate y'all being here.
Yeah.
If you have any questions for us, we're open to most anything.
Yeah, no doubt, Sean. I have been so blessed. Like I can't even convey like how fortunate I am. As far as like I'm one of the few people that can actually see the whole pandemic in that way. It gave me more time with my kid. It was something that I had always wanted, like when I was, we're a working adult, working in my career and stuff, like, and knowing that I wanted a family, like I knew once I had a kid, like I want to be a part of it. And so, the pandemic has been a little bit of a blessing in disguise, especially, being self-employed and, having things like reselling to support that dream too. That was the nice thing, man. Like, having the farm was nice, and then having like the few extra $100 a month from reselling, it's like the whipped cream on top. It's great.
Oh man. Hey, Tracy's got a question for you.
No, he's actually on the potty now, Tracy. We call it elimination communication. So basically, you learn the baby's cues for going to the bathroom. So far, knock wood, last month he has gone, only in his potty. Like he wets, he has like, pees his diaper and stuff. Like he has accidents that way because he's a boy. But yeah, I mean, for potty trained at almost 7 months, I'm pretty happy about it.
Man, I remember when you first started talking about it, I was kind of taken back by that too. But you know what? I've seen that stuff overseas just because they don't have the, what we have.
Dude, yeah. And that's like, we're like, well, if like you have kids in India, toddlers walking around in underwear and they got it figured out. I'm in America. I can figure it out. Come on now. Diapers are expensive.
Surprise a lot, man. What are you doing? Starting the super chat to have Eric shave off a center strip of his beard or color it red, white, and blue.
So technically, you would only have to color 2 colors.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that.
But look at him. Mr. Bislot trying to stir up some crazy up in here.
Oh, man. At least he didn't ask me to do what he used to ask other people to do. Because he'd be out.
No. I'm pretty...
Right.
Oh, that's crazy, Annie. I volunteered at an orphanage in Japan. All the kids were potty trained by the time they walked. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's some yellow discipline right there.
Aaron, thanks for the hair dye fun. I don't know. Red hair, like my oldest daughter tried to dye her hair once.
Mm-hmm.
Man, red hair, there's a whole different deal going on with that. Like, it's hard to do anything with that. I mean, Christina, I could probably get some spray in like temporary, but like it don't like it.
Christina was like, she's a cosmetologist, so she like did hair for a while, or she went to school for hair, and like just hearing her talk, like every time her sister's like, I want to change my hair color or this, and she's like, you got to do this, 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 and this. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny there for a while. It's crazy. I was telling my daughter, like when she was coming up, that it's funny because like when I was a kid, like red hair, like everybody always be cracking on you, right? Carrot top, all that kind of stuff, like everything you can imagine. Like with that, and I said then it was like this shift. Like so when she was coming up, like all the women, all the women said they're dyeing their hair red, and I was like, she's already there. Yeah.
Look at this.
Sorry, guys. I appreciate the super chat,
but we got a movement. Look at this. Christina wishes her hair was ginger.
Yeah, I appreciate the super chat, but I can't go to Thumb World. That's a one-way street right there, man. That's one of those things. Yeah, I might shave it down some. It's kind of getting woolly. For sure. I've never really grown a beard, man. I used to have a long goatee, like probably about as long as this is now. I had a goatee that long at one point. But when I went to work with a bread company, they said I had to be clean shaven every day. And so, man, as soon as I didn't work with those guys, I I grew out the goatee again. Because I had the hair like down to here and I got long goatee. At one point,
dude, I mean, I think that's what I've been doing, like, because I have, not when I was practicing, I had like clean shaven and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, just let it flow.
You even get the long.
No. Christina thinks it looks awesome.
Hey, yeah, it's crazy, man. You can take and blow them out. ZZ Top. We ain't quite in that domain, man. It's not down on my belly button or anything.
I know you got some growing to do.
Yeah. I mean, I've pretty much been growing since October, so one of those things. She's coming out. We'll see.
I think you should. Let's see how far you can take it.
Yeah, it's got past the whole stage of being itchy and bothering me, but it's weird. Yeah, you wake up with a bed beard. Like occasionally it'll be.
Yeah.
Man, Lottie's in there watching. You'll be on your good behavior.
UPS, yeah. Dude. When I was in the NFL, that was I had an earring, had to take that out, had to be clean shaven.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy how certain jobs, like with us, dude, if you wanted to wear a beard, you had to wear a beard net, and all we're doing is delivering bread. Like a beard net, really? It's one of those things. My daughter Brittany, she went purple hair. That's what they're talking about. And Lottie, happy New Year. Yeah. One of those things. Yeah, I don't know. Dye out the white. I've already got white in there too, Brian. I guess the only thing I would need is blue. First, maybe last super chat of 2021. Just keep it real. Thank you, Noah. We appreciate the 2021.
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, appreciate it so much. You guys. Now I just gotta
5 feet gold, that's mad funny. Anyone think FB groups are filled with bitter folk who think they are better than everyone? Yes, I do. Have you guys seen this? I'm sure a bunch of you guys have seen like the sweet tea meme or like the twisted tea meme, the dude holding his face up and the guy's like winding up to smack him in the face with a twisted tea can. And like the meme was the guy's face was a noob asking a question to a specialized FB group. And then the can was like a bunch of keyboard experts ready to take fire onto this guy.
Point it straight out.
Boom.
Hey, dude. Sometimes you can brush it out on the sides. It's like
just really fluff it. I mean, you can get like a pick and just
I've got one
it out there.
I actually got a beard trimming thing. Yeah. So my Aunt Lottie, man, I took her over you guys do eggnog?
Do what?
Do y'all drink eggnog?
I don't, but I mean, I know what it is.
Yeah. So there's like this, it's called Homestead is the brand. They have it at Fresh Market. It's really good. Uh-huh. Well, they also do a vanilla custard in a drink form. It's literally like drinking ice cream.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like. I was like, I took her a bottle of that over there for
dang
Christmas.
Tommy,
I'll try that out, man. I'll try that out. I'll check out the White Snake. That's probably something I could do a lot easier. I don't know where I find some Aquanet. I'd probably have to sell that if I found it. Like Aquanet from the 80s. Yeah, that's probably worth it. Like 150.
No big deal.
One of those things. Might hit up the Dollar Tree. Aquanet back in the day, man. Got the roosters at school.
You know what we bought it for? To take the pen off the wall that I put on there.
Oh, yeah?
That's what we bought Aquanet for. Oh, yeah.
I'll say it makes good flamethrower.
Indeed.
Hey, I'll tell you guys a little story. I don't know if Colin's still here. Short story.
Short story long?
Yeah. So, man, when I was in high school, our basketball coach, he took what used to be the coach's office and made a locker room for us in there, like private locker room. We didn't have to use the back one, and did it up like we all had our individual seat lockers, had our numbers up there, like it looked like college stuff. Well, the bottom of the door had a vent in it, and that was like the hall that went into the gym. So one of the geniuses there that worked that was on our team, he got the bright idea he'd start spraying people out that door, right? When people walk by, like they're going out into the gym, they're all wearing shorts, right? So he would hit them with the flamethrower and like take the hair off your leg when you walk by. Yeah, so he was doing that. Well, then he took it a step further, man. He took like right guard, sprayed it on the coach's desk because you can spray that stuff on the wall and light it, and it won't catch anything else on fire. Just go. So he sprayed it on the coach's desk, and I mean, soon as he lit it, the door opened to his coach. He's like, "What's this?" He goes, "Well," he said, "I come in here to see who is flamethrowing people. I guess they got my answer." I was like, "Oh yeah, caught red-handed."
Dude, I lived across the hall from a couple of lacrosse boys in college. That's what we used to do. We used to take like their lacrosse sticks and spray Axe on one end, have a dude with a lighter on the other end, knock on people's doors.
Yeah.
They open up, hit them with a flamethrower.
Yeah, flamethrower. Got
a little bit of trouble that year.
Yeah, it don't take much to get in trouble like that. That's for sure.
Nope. Apparently, people do not like when you surprise them with fire when they open the door. They just don't.
No, that's never a good thing. Especially if they've used too much Aquanet. If they've used too much Aquanet, you can have a scene.
I was like around a bunch of those Long Island boys, so they were like super like just cologned up, They just smell like a department store.
Jeff Rader said that sounds like attempted murder. It would be today, probably. Like you might get under the jail. Yeah, I think about stuff like that we did as a kid, man. You would be in so much trouble today, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I actually, man, it's funny, man. There was a girl in high school. I was thinking about this when you were talking about the Aquanut thing. There was a girl in my high school. Like, I mean, I graduated early 90s, so Aquanet's in full effect, bro. Like, I mean, everybody where I went to school, that was right when grunge was coming in, but before that, it was roosters everywhere, man. Like, blowed out hair. All the girls had their hair blowed out. So I'd read in this girl's annual about careful. I used to tell her, I said, "Man, you're killing the ozone by yourself," because like her stuff didn't move. The wind could blow, it would still be there. Big hair. That's it. That's it, man. For sure. Do people straighten their beards?
Yes. I think so.
I've seen people put jewelry in it. Did you see Tim, like over the years when their new channel, obviously he's doing well with the football stuff. So for Christmas, man, he put little ornaments all in his beard. Yo. Yeah. Had the biggest hair ever. Junk Trader had the biggest hair ever. Had his own zip code. Good times.
Ken thinks you should work for Pirate Shipyard.
There you go. You gotta get the lingo down. Hey man, you see? I mean, like on my YouTube banner, that's some people miss that, but OBX Picker.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask if anybody tried ShipStation out.
I've not even.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I was looking into it. I think you have to pay to use it, but supposedly you get deeper discounts. I don't know. So if anybody's tried ShipStation, hit me up.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't used that. I mean, I use Mike has.
Yeah. Pass it along to Eric, Mike, or maybe I'll just get your number from Eric.
Yeah, I'll text you his number if that's okay, Mike. Like, I don't want to give your number out of it's not okay. But
just doing right in the chat. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
No, because I mean, I guess that's the next step, right? Is finding ways to kind of shave down margins. It's been nice the fact that like USPS prices have come back down again. But yeah.
They just put it in the chat.
I guess I should.
Anybody wants to talk to Mike? There he is. He accepts Visa, MasterCard.
That's right. For a good time. If you get a guy with a Long Island accent calling you to tell you about a long story short, that's not Krillin.
All right. Honestly, man, Mike could be a good guy. He could probably tell you some places up your way.
Yep.
Because I know he used to do some serious sourcing in some places up there.
Mm-hmm. I know he was saying, I bet he doesn't miss the cold now. All 9 degrees of it. Yep. Christina, I thought Hyphy Gold was a mushroom channel too.
You know what that is?
What's that?
That's not his real number. Look at the last 7 digits.
I'm gonna call Jenny though. You know how many people like call that Tommy Two-Tone number, and then they like finally shut the number down because so many people were calling it.
Remember when all the movies used to put 555? My number is 555 because they weren't an actual dial number.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had it all blocked.
555 5555. We have 2 ambulance chasing lawyers. They're 222-2222. I'm like, how'd you pull that off?
When you're at a grocery and don't have a number, that number always works.
What? That's good to know. That's good to know.
That's all.
I will try it next time. I'm kind of sad that I didn't know about it sooner.
What, you like discount code?
Yeah, he says try the 865-309 or 867-5309 number for grocery stores.
That's funny. That's funny, man. Yeah, I'm sure somebody's punched it in. Somebody's put it in, I'm sure. I would think.
Watch us like put it in and it's like some message goes off like this dude's a jerk.
Yeah.
Sell him nothing. Make him leave.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I'll shoot it to him. I'll do it now because I'll forget. Dude. Hey. Definitely grow your own mushrooms. Does anybody have any? I know you guys watch us all the time, so a lot of y'all probably know the answer, but does anybody out in the chat have anything that they're doing this coming year, like maybe differently than what you've done?
Christina, that's why I'm going to call Mike. Hyphy Gold, we are working on a mushroom channel, filming, editing. All that takes time.
The list is way too long, but exactly opposite of last year, basically. Yeah.
Sweet, got it.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Cheapest and best ways to buy a template already made.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of those like Shopify, even Wix and Squarespace. They already have like preloaded templates for you to kind of just like plug and play and drop stuff on there. So
monster1.com. Using Wave Accounting Sales Binder to track inventory, making a new website, started a brand new brand name and Instagram.
I don't know if I like the Wave thing so far, but it's all right. Oh, that's not bad. $14 a month. Ultimate web development kit, WordPress themes, trending plugins, graphics, video assets, free stock photos. That's probably that was like the tough part, finding free stock like images and photos, and making sure that all of your disclaimers and all that stuff was correct. So you start to really appreciate some of the stuff that eBay does for us behind the scenes to make sure that you're not running like a really fraudulent business.
Mike, I don't know if you know for sure, but Christina's Sam's wife. Like, just so.
Don't tell my girlfriend.
Yeah. I didn't know if he knew or not. Like, I couldn't remember if she's been in here in chat when he was trying to actually list those 5,000 shirts I have. Wow. Tank, now that you got the cling wrap, yeah, you probably hammer them out a lot faster. We were talking about how, like, the back saver.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy said he's mastered the art of sitting with the new office chair 2021.
You could do a YouTube channel about it, man. Eric and I were just talking about one cat we know that just streams his sleep. Just
Dude,
stream yourself spinning in a chair. See how long you can go before you throw up. We'll be there with you.
yeah. You can set a goal.
Yeah, Mike, I did Shopify for a while when I started when the whole drop shipping from China stuff was like big. I did this whole like boxer dog niche store, and it was like all catered towards boxer dogs and stuff. It was fun for a little while. I made a few thousand, and I got bored with it, and I stopped.
Yeah, this dude, man. I don't know why this guy has that.
What? Oh.
The sleeping dude.
The sleep. Hey, man, get it. There's somebody. I guess there's somebody that'll watch.
I don't know, man. People donated that guy. I don't know why. Aaron said, finally putting my inventory into store categories in eBay.
Nay.
Yeah. I pretty much get them to do it. Like, most of it. Occasionally they get one kind of screwed up that you're like, why is that over here? But yeah, I haven't done that. One of my goals is to try to get a better way to organize inventory, but right now I have the aisle method pretty much. Like, I know each section is this stuff.
Yeah.
But have to go. My resolution is a chair. Getting a chair.
Dude, I've been wanting a game. You hear this freaking squeaky mess? I've been wanting a gaming chair. Keep putting it off for this or that. I'm like, oh, I should reinvest in the business. I should buy my kid medicine.
$500 vintage swag lamp today. Nice.
What?
That's good. That's pretty big for sure. Yeah, I gotta. I built my this table behind me, this side. that I list off of.
Mm.
So that's like waist high for me because I was thinking about listing, like being able to stand. But now I'm like, dude, so now what do I sit in? Because if I sit in this chair, like you see where this thing hits me, like no good. Like, but I don't think you can see where the Zaxxon is. I spent $450 on Secret Labs and I hate it. Ergonomic task chair is 1,000% better than a gaming chair.
Yeah, I feel like gaming chairs are just regular ergonomic chairs with just fancy embroidering and whatnot in it.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know, because I mean, being a PT, I used to prescribe chairs and evaluate like ergonomic fitting and stuff like that.
So could you go in and like get it customized to fit your rear end? Is that what they?
Yeah, because I used to fit people for wheelchairs, you know. So like my job was to make sure these people who spent their lives in chairs were gonna be comfortable all day long. So yeah, make sure like how far back your butt needs to be, like even like where the back of your knee touches the chair, you know, that's important. How much space you have between where their chair ends and the back of your knee.
Yeah. Yeah, I got this thing that I put in mine.
Is that a meditation pillow?
I don't know.
I'm about to put some of those like wooden like taxi driver beads. Oh crap, it's snowing a lot. Dang. It's snowing a lot outside right now.
All we've had is rain, dude. My backyard is like a swamp. I had to pull the van around here to unload, and I'm like, dude, I'm like walking through the muck. I've been trying to put it off, but I've got to go back to the shack tomorrow. There's a couple things that I need to pick up.
Mike, you only miss snow because you don't have to shovel it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you won't. I'm sure you'll get over it real fast the second you pick up a shovel. Hottest blazes there. Dang. Yeah, it's a balmy 9 degrees here.
I don't even know how cold it is.
It's
not really that cold. In fact, I came out. I had the heat on out here, and I came out. It felt like a sauna, so I had to switch up and turn the AC on. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, maybe I'll add a chair to my new purchases for the year.
There you go.
As like inventory and stuff like that. But
dude, if you sell one of them Cheeto mushrooms, man.
Dude, it'd be nuts. It'd be so nuts to get that going because there aren't really there's only one major mass producer of that particular mushrooms in the United States, and they're out of Massachusetts. Like I know them personally. So, and they're not even big, like in comparison to some of like the factories and warehouses in Asia. So the fact that like this is kind of new, and you know, right now with the decriminalization, legalization of psilocybin, like psychedelic mushrooms, there have been a lot of investors in mushroom farms across the U.S. So it's kind of like the pipe dream right now I'm sitting on. It's just, you know, continue to like build it and hopefully have some investors hop on. Maybe a warehouse. Maybe. I don't know. That would be cool though.
Yeah, I saw I saw one the other day here. Somebody told me about, but it's not that great. It's not in a good place. A little warehouse. I was like, yeah. If I keep buying stuff like Radio Shack stores, I might need some overflow. But here,
hey man, when you start going to resell rabbit levels, where you get a whole warehouse, just run dollar sales out of your warehouse.
Yeah.
Let me know. Look at you. He's like, no.
that sounds stressful.
Look. Mike's telling you to add levels to your shed.
Yeah.
Just add a second level, build upward.
Second story, just go higher.
Mm-hmm.
Upward.
You can have a chute and just slide stuff down.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what's funny is one of the sales I went to recently had it had a chute, like, you know, the little wheel things, like you push the boxes down. It had one. I was like, dude, if I had the space, I would do that just for fun. Like, use it as a packing station. Slide it down to the box.
We used to have one at work. I would just sit there like a child and just spin them. I wouldn't even there was no box. I'd just sit there and spin them. I'd get yelled at all the time.
That's what I was thinking, man. It's crazy. Crazy. Well, guys, I think we're right at the 2-hour mark. So
I have no idea who is on at 10 o'clock on a Friday night nowadays, but you guys should go watch them afterwards and support them.
I will tell you, man, I don't know if Jimmy's still in here, but we've been trying to talk to him a little bit. I think he may be starting to do some Friday night stuff. So
yeah, I think he said something about that earlier. He was doing a Friday night live in a couple weeks or something like that. So cool.
Yeah, I said it'd be good, man, to have somebody, you know, Marcus, and then took off, like took a break. So
yeah, man,
it'd be good.
Until then, we will still be here next Friday.
Yep. Now it's getting about that time for me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
For the lights to go out. All right, guys. Appreciate all y'all for being here for sure, and looking forward to this coming year, man. See how everybody's journey goes. As always, you know, we hope that you guys got some value, even if it was just, you know, us hanging out. It was good.
Night, everybody. Yeah, onwards and upwards, guys.
That's it. Y'all have a good night. We appreciate it.
Peace. Bye, 2020.
Hello.